Moving on, August 5th marks a historic turning point in India's constitutional and political journey. On this day in 2019, the Government of India revoked Article 370, ending the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, a move hailed by many as a step towards integration, equality and development. 5 years on, we look back at the constitutional transformation, the intense parliamentary debate and the positive changes on the ground. As a special report.
Article 370 was introduced as a temporary provision in 1949, drafted by N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar. It granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir, allowing the state to have its own constitution, its own flag, and considerable autonomy, except in matters of defense, foreign affairs, and communication. This provision was based on the Instrument of Accession signed in 1947 by Maharaja Hari Singh after Pakistan-backed forces invaded the region. Over the decades, Article 370 created a unique constitutional setup, one that remained contentious. On August 5th, 2019, a decisive move was made, the government invoking the powers of the President under Article 371 issued a presidential order redefining the term Constituent Assembly to mean the Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir. With the state under President's rule at the time, Parliament assumed legislative powers and passed concurrent resolutions in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, effectively abrogating Article 370 and rendering Article 35A inoperative.
अनुच्छेद 370 के खंड 3 द्वारा प्रदत्त शक्तियों का प्रयोग करते हुए राष्ट्रपति संसद की सिफारिश पर यह घोषणा करते हैं कि यह दिनांक जिस दिन भारत के राष्ट्रपति द्वारा इस घोषणा पर हस्ताक्षर किए जाएंगे और इसे सरकारी गैजेट में प्रकाशित किया जाएगा, उस दिन से अनुच्छेद 370 के सभी खंड लागू नहीं होंगे, सिवाय खंड 1 के नामक तदनुसार पढ़ा जाएगा.
It wasn't just a constitutional maneuver, it was a moment of high drama and passionate debate in the parliament. In the Lok Sabha, the resolution to revoke Article 370 was passed with 351 votes in favour and 72 against, with one abstention. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Bill 2019 was also cleared, paving the way to bifurcate the state into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir with a legislature and Ladakh without one. A day earlier, Rajya Sabha had also passed a resolution marking an unprecedented constitutional development. In December 2023, the Supreme Court upheld the abrogation in a unanimous verdict, observing that Article 370 was always meant to be temporary. The court also stated that Jammu and Kashmir had no internal sovereignty separate from India, and the Indian constitution now fully applies to the region.
कि 370 से जम्मू कश्मीर का और विशेषकर घाटी के युवाओं का भला नहीं हुआ है. आतंकवाद के रास्ते पर जो युवा गए, सबको मैं तो जिनके मन में अलगाववाद की भी भावना है या 370 के लिए भी जो लोग सोचते हैं कि हमारा कुछ छिन गया, मैं सबको विनम्र भाव से कहना चाहता हूं ये सदन का उपयोग कर कि आप हिसाब किताब तो करिए कि आपको 370 से क्या मिला. रोटी मिली, शिक्षा मिली, सुख सुविधा रोजगारी मिली, आरोग्य मिला, क्या मिला 370 से? क्यों झुनझुना पकड़े हुए हो? 370 है, वो जाने से धीरे धीरे हम घाटी के सभी लोगों को अपने नजदीक ला पाएंगे. उनके मन के अंदर एक नई आशा, नया उमंग, वहां पर जो विकास होगा.
Since the abrogation, the region has witnessed significant decline in terror incidents, stone pelting and separatist violence. The improved national security and increased presence of central laws, the law and order situation has seen marked improvement. For the first time, several central welfare schemes became accessible to people of Jammu and Kashmir, especially to women, scheduled caste and other marginalized communities. Discriminatory local laws were repealed, bringing gender justice and social equity in line with the rest of India. Tourism, which is the backbone of the region's economy, has seen a sharp rise. New industrial schemes like Prime Minister's Development Package and the Industrial Development Scheme have attracted investments and created job opportunities for the local youth. As Jammu and Kashmir embarks on a new journey within the constitutional framework of India, the abrogation of Article 370 remains a watershed moment. A move once called bold and controversial is now credited by many for unlocking peace, prosperity, and parity for the region. Bureau Report, DD India.
And now let us listen to some of the reactions we are getting from the Union Territory.
How has Jammu and Kashmir changed for student community in past 6 years? What are the new things you are seeing?
Sir, definitely things are changing drastically. We can see the new opportunities are there. People are exploring new things and they're getting benefited out of the new schemes and new courses are being launched. I guess the main hurdles, main obstacles which were in the path of their success, they are now getting out and people are coming out and they are coming out, even they are leaving the conventional jobs, they are coming up with the new things because new opportunities are available for them. Now, alhamdulillah, things are changing. We are happy and we wish a positive change, and definitely a positive change is coming out, and the Kashmir is the eyewitness of that positive change.
What is your take on how new opportunities have come in the way of students of Kashmir?
If someone will say there is no change, I think he is in dreams. Change is there, and there is no lockdown, there are no protests, there are no calendars, and alhamdulillah we are enjoying.
I'm a local of Kashmir, and what I have seen in the past few years that Kashmir is emerging as a new global place. It's having a place in the national, when we see overall Kashmir has developed in the past few years. Kashmir is not what it used to be. Everything is getting developed, whether it's the roads, whether it's the tourism, every aspect is enhancing. And I feel very proud to be a Kashmiri because every aspect in Kashmir is enhancing and it's getting better day by day.
Well, after being neglected for decades, the families of terror victims in Kashmir will finally receive the justice, recognition and support they deserve after years of suffering in silence. In a significant outreach move, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha will hand over appointment letters to 250 terror victim families in Srinagar. These families from across North, Central and South Kashmir are those whose loved ones were brutally killed by various terrorist organizations operating in the valley. Since the rise of terrorism 3 decades ago, these families have been enduring tremendous hardships, losing their family members in violent acts carried out by organizations such as Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Lashkar-e-Taiba and other terrorist outfits. These families, despite suffering immense personal loss, were often ostracized, with society failing to acknowledge their pain. Notably, on the 13th of July, the Lieutenant Governor had handed over appointment letter to 40 next of kins of terror victims at Baramulla, and 80 families received justice on 28th of July at an event in Jammu.